Hey, I'm going to go over some of the assignments, some of the problems we did on the 19th. These are in regards to perpendicular bisectors. All right. So here we go. Perpendicular bisector. SW is a perpendicular bisector of VM, segment VM. That means SW makes a 90-degree angle and it cuts VM in half. So I know that VW is congruent to MW. All right. So that's the information it gave me. It then goes and tells me that VW is 2y plus 8. This is VW over here. So I'm going to put 2y plus 8. And on the right, they said WM is 4y minus 1. So over here is 4y minus 1. What's the value of x? And it meant value of y. Let's put that right there. What's the value of y? So, because we know that VW is congruent to MW, we know that because SW is a perpendicular bisector. So I'm going to first write VW is equal to MW. So for VW, I'm going to put 2y plus 8 equals MW, which is 4y. I got to switch colors. Let me see how the dark green look. Okay, that's better. 4y minus 1. Okay? So from there, we're going to solve it out for y. I really hope you know how to solve the equation, but if you don't, remember you can always graph it. I'm going to solve it by hand. So I'm going to subtract 2y first from both sides. That makes this go away. So I'm left with 8 equals 2y minus 1. I'm going to add 1 to both sides to get the y by itself. So this 1 goes away. 8 plus 1 is 9. Is equal to 2y. Then I'm going to divide by 2. And I'll have y is equal to 4.5. Okay? That's what y equals. So that is the answer to letter A. And for part B, we want to figure out what is the measure of VM. I know that together, based on segment addition that we've already learned, VM is congruent to or equal to VW plus MW, right? I know that VW is 2y plus 8, and MW is 4y minus 1. All right. And then I'm going to plug in this y value here to both of these y values. So I'm going to write everything without y first. I'm going to plug y in red. And I'm going to plug in my y value, which is 4.5. All right. And I'm going to legit go put this in the calculator straight like that. So we have 2 parentheses 4.5 plus 8 plus 4 parentheses 4.5 minus 1, and we get 34. So VM, segment VM is equal to 34. Okay? So that's one of the first practice problems we did together. If you need to go back and see this again, you can rewind it, you can pause it, whatever, but I'm going to clear this off and head to the next slide. So now we know line segment DH is a perpendicular bisector of KP. So from there, we can conclude that this is a right angle and KH is congruent to PH. It tells us that KD is equal to negative X minus 1 and PD is equal to negative x over 2 plus 19. Okay. Sorry, I know the handwriting is not great. All right. So the other thing we didn't mention on our last picture that we talked about on the 19th is that any point that ends up on our perpendicular bisector, so even if it was a point right here, it's going to be equidistant from both of the vertices, K and P. Okay? So with that in mind, we also know that, and I'm going to put it in black tick marks, that KD is congruent to PD. All right. Again, we discovered this through Desmos that distance is going to be equal. As long as it's on that perpendicular bisector, it's equidistant from both of those vertices. So therefore, the equation we set up this time is going to be KD equals PD. And therefore, that's negative x. Actually, let me stick to my colors. So negative x minus 1 is equal to negative x over 2 plus 19. We would then, well, I am going to multiply everything by 2. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to get rid of this fraction so it can be a little bit easier to manipulate. So then I'll have negative 2x minus 2 equals negative x, because this 2 and the 2 on the bottom, they cancel out. And then 2 times 19 is plus 38. And then from there, I'm going to add x over here. So then I have negative x minus 2 is equal to 38. I'm going to add 2 to both sides. So negative x is equal to 40. And then I'm going to divide by negative 1 to get x equals negative 40. All righty. So that would be part A. And then the next one is, what is the length of KD? We know that KD is equal to negative x minus 1. So this is going to equal negative 40 minus 1, which will give us positive 40 minus 1, which is 39. All right. So clear this off. Again, if you need to see that again, just pause the recording, rewind it, whatever you need. I'm gonna clear this off. And then we're gonna do, I thought it was one more. Was just those two? But those are the notes. Okay. I guess that's everything. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.